This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Bowman. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the...
Oklahoma
20. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree, arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level.
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Another first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners! The Sooner schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't go fall over in your seats.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. This crowd bringing the Looking to go up top on first down. Taking a shot on the first play. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Pocket starts to collapse. Oh, they knock it free! It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Off play action. Steps away. He'll pull it down and he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit. You saw all of the effort of everybody pursuing the QB, catching up to him, and then creating the fumble. Awesome job.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Oklahoma.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He'll come out throwing on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited.
Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Man, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Clemson is quick to the line.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
This offense has a second down play. Give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. He clearly doesn't believe in punting, going for it this close to his own end zone. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
What a great job by this defense. You get third down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, fourth down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Here's the handoff. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him one to the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's Arnold. He's got his man. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
First and goal, Oklahoma. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 7, Clemson 0.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Caught behind the line. It's Achuk. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you could tell the QB was going there the whole time, right? Quickly get the football, throw it to the left, get it to your running back in some space, but the defense was ready for it. They were sitting on it, came up and made the play for no gain.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's what how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Clemson jumps to the line. Takes the handoff. It's Maffa. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. Fourth down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
Want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
Got his man downfield. Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route run.
Going for it all. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Oh, and that's a missed opportunity for the offense. You get the matchup you want, you take the shot, the play's there to be made for a touchdown, and he drops it.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Second down coming up. Motion from the offense. To the ground with the back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. It's complete on the right side. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Offense gets set for second down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking for a gap. It's Maffa. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it, using the quick game. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Clemson, 7.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Scanning the field, it's Arnold. Got his man on the right. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. He throws one to the left. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you could tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
The Sooners will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the offense trying to be aggressive. They're throwing the go ball down the sideline. Just a better job in coverage defensively forces the incomplete.
Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. They'll put the tight end in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Gets it out fast. They will score! Touchdown Sooners! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the extra point is good. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fair catch, called for and made. Peterson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires deep toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
Now, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a 1-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first.
Just destroying his way through the field. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Right back to the well. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense?
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Handoff to the lone back. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw. It's Arnold. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to take a shot. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. They didn't get too greedy there. They knew what they needed, and he gets it just past the sticks.
Yeah, and I'd like to see the defense maybe be a little bit more aggressive, a little more in the face, because QBC's easy access. I'm going to throw the football. My receiver's got a little bit of space. He can get the first down. I'd like to see the defense make him work for it a little bit more.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Throwing right. What a snag by the defense.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And the Sooners in the hurry up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to run for it. The Sooners will have a first down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 21, Clemson 14.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the back. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And they swarm him under. Here on 2nd and short.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air, it's Arnold. Sends it downfield. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Using his legs, it's Maffa. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Wide receiver shows motion. Power football with the run. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Clemson is quick to the line.
At the 26-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Makes the grab. It's Moore. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Line getting set on second down. The give from the gun.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
On third and short, the power run here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Trailing by a touchdown, this fourth down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And that is a back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Wide out in motion. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
You think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
The Sooners will try to run out the clock in the final minute. This is a designed run. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Quarterback checking the play. To the air, it's Arnold. He's got his man. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're just about ready to kick it away. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll throw it on first down. Skips away from pressure. At the 35, he's got room. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at them any different. They were looking in to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.